Thank you, Samantha. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session. My name is Shikha Pawar. I'm working as a staff technical support analyst at BMC Software. I have been with BMC since 5 years and I worked for two-site orchestration and currently working for ITOM suite products. Our webinar today focuses on two important services of ITOM suite, that is log analytics and service monitoring, which is earlier known as AIOps. I will be taking few slides, then I will pass over to my colleague Shreya Kapse. She is working as a staff technical support analyst who has been with BMC since 3.5 years supporting server automation and BMC Helix ITOM suite products. She will be illustrating end-to-end demo of monitoring the service through log analytics, root cause isolation via BMC Helix service monitoring, and event remediation via BMC Helix intelligent automation, and lastly, reporting of same using BMC Helix dashboards. Now, let's get started. Now, the agenda of this webinar is to get you introduced with BMC Helix log analytics and its key capabilities, features, and essentiality. Then we will move towards root cause isolation via BMC Helix service monitoring, that is AIOps. Towards the end of this webinar, we will see the event remediation via BMC Helix intelligent automation and reporting via BMC Helix dashboards. BMC Helix log analytics collects logs from various sources and that helps to analyze them to find the root cause of the issue. It also features containerized microservice architecture which enable quick code pushes, upgrades, scalability, high availability and performance. With the intelligence of log analytics, events can be generated in BMC Helix operations management by creating an alert policy in BMC Helix log analytics whenever an issue is observed in the logs. Also, we can apply log enrichment that helps to add meaningful information to the logs that make search convenient and inspect the relevant logs quickly. Enriched logs are always visualized better and bring out the significant information. With the help of BMC Helix log analytics, technical issues can be troubleshooted, and on top of that, it ensures compliance with security policy and industry regulation, which ultimately provides better user experience. Also, log analytics involves deriving meaningful insights from log data, then feed it into observability, which identify issues and that helps to quickly track down the cause of failures. Now, to understand the complete flow, numerous logs are available for a system or an application. If an issue is found, it becomes difficult to scan haystack of logs and to find out the root cause of the issue. But with the help of BMC Helix log analytics, it provides a solution to search a problem using easy keyword, time ranges, and queries that helps to filter the logs and helps in identifying the root cause of the issue, hence reducing the MTTR. To help you get the most out of the logs in minimum time, we can use BMC Helix log analytics to collect logs from the environment, configure enrichment, analyze logs to gain insights, and while analyzing, if we come across with a condition for which we want to be notified, we can create alert policy for those conditions and visualize logs to view the consolidated data. Also, the logs can be archived and restored for the future references. The advanced log management and analytics capability of BMC Helix log analytics can help by allowing users to gain the visibility they need and ensure that the applications are always available and performing optimally through log collection, log enrichment, log analysis, alerts and events, data visualization, and archive and restore features. Let's discuss in detail. BMC Helix log analytics data collection uses open sources data collectors to collect logs from different data sources with an intuitive user interface like Amazon Web Services, Kubernetes, Linux, and Windows based application, and so on. And based on the connector, it collects logs from the host system where the application is deployed and provides flexibility to a user to capture log files so the system can be set up fairly and quickly. A user can set up a parsing and filtering rules, including custom data patterns for the required information that excludes the data which is not of interest. Next is configure. For troubleshooting the issue with log, problem analysis can be difficult due to the lack of relevant context, which leads to an increase in the mean time to repair. Enrich the collected logs by using CSV files are visualized better and bring out useful information. For example, if a user is attempting to search the logs for a vulnerable hostname, but the log contains only IP addresses but no hostname, so it becomes impossible to construct a situation because if any dynamic IP data may change every hour, day, or week, which leads to misleading information. But with the help of log enrichment, we can add meaningful context to the logs for enhanced observability and diagnosis. As you can see, we enriched IP address, a field in logs with the geographical information like country code, longitude, and latitude that you can fetch from a CSV file. BMC Helix Log Analytics adds this additional details in real time. The next is analyze. With the help of log analysis, it provides capability to analyze, discover, and gain quick insights into the data. Log Explorer can search and filter the data, get information, or query the data for a given time. We can create visualization or save the searches that helps to present in the dashboard to be notified immediately if a critical log entry is generated. We can configure alert policy when the configured criteria is satisfied in the logs and event is generated in BMC Helix operations management. An administrator can create alert for complex occurrences between many applications that allows the team to take the proactive action for the specific and tangible events that are generated. The next is data visualization. A user can represent log data graphically by using BMC Helix dashboard to derive valuable insight, analyze issue, and identify trends, which may be useful for resource planning, archiving, and restoring. This is also one of the important capability of BMC Helix log analytics. As you can see, retention period, restore period, archive period, and max data restore limit, these values are based on the license agreement. So to understand the flow for the retention period, the collected logs are available for searching and analyzing. After this period, the records are archived each day. But during this time, we can restore these records for analysis and archive them back. And when the restored period is over, the logs are auto archived. Once the archive period is over, the archived records are purged and not available for restoring and searching. Let's understand with an example. The retention and archive period for our tenant are 30 and 60 days. Suppose we have collected the record on 1st of May. After the 30 days retention period is over, the record is archived. But you can restore the record for analysis on June 29th. That is the last day of the archive period, as it started from the log collection date. And once we restore the record, it is available for the restore period, that is 10 days for us. And after this period, record is auto archived on June 30th. After the 60 days archive period ends, this record will be deleted. All archive and restore are stored in chronologically by day and are available on the archive and restore page in the configuration menu. And if the maximum restore limit is reached, we cannot restore additional records. Now let us understand the prominent features of log analytics. BMC Helix Log Analytics collects and monitors logs from multiple environments such as Kubernetes cluster, Linux-based and Windows-based application and cloud, that is AWS. It also helps to analyze the logs and derive insights from the logs, thus reducing the log search time. It enables enrichment of logs, which makes search and analysis easier. It also enables visualization of the logs in a consolidated form. It notifies about critical or important logs by generating events using alert policies. It also manages logs with the REST API. There are two important key services in the log analytics, that is log processing service and log management service. Log processing service is responsible for processing the incoming log messages and persists it in the Elasticsearch in efficient manner. On the other hand, the log management service is a gateway service which is responsible for managing all API endpoints for external API sources or Grafana, which uses the log APIs to retrieve the data. There are other services as well, like ES proxy service, log ingestion service, etc. Now, since we have seen the core capabilities, features, and key services of the log analytics, let us understand the same with an end-to-end example. So considering we are monitoring DokuWiki application, here we will be monitoring the HTTPD service of DokuWiki application, which is running on one of the Linux virtual machine as node. Now, if we get a situation where we have HTTPD service of DokuWiki application is in stopped state, then we will get the same printed error message in the log file, that is where log messages. Same log file is being monitored by BMC Helix Log Analytics. Now, on the basis of that, we can configure alert policy in log analytics to define the matching patterns from the logs to being monitored to generate an alert. Now, if we get any message in logs which matches the same pattern defined in the alert policy, we will get an event in BMC Helix Operations Management. Now, I would like to hand over to my colleague Shreya to provide a walkthrough with the demo. Thank you.
Thank you, Shikha. And hello, everyone. I'm Shreya Kapse, and I will be covering the demonstration part in today's webinar. Now, Shikha has already talked about the importance of logs in ITOM, that is IT Operations Management world, and how you can use one of our many offerings, which is log analytics, to feed in the log data and derive meaningful insights from it. So when we say BMC provides you with a suite of offerings that gives you the complete end-to-end experience, what do we mean by that? How is that resulting to an improved MTTR? How do the log data look like in log analytics? What can be done with this data once it is available? In today's webinar, I will walk you through the log analytics console, how you can see the data in it, what can be done after the data is ingested, and how can we use this to reduce the MTTR of any issues. Let us see how we can do that. Before we move to the demo, let's have a quick recap of the flow or life cycle of the log data in BMC Helix suite. So the first point in the life cycle of the log data is its collection. So as Shikha has mentioned, we have multiple ways of collecting the log files. Once the data is collected, it is enriched using the enrichment policies and sources of log analytics. Once you have the enriched data available in log analytics, you can then set up alerts if you want to be notified of the issues monitored in the log file. Once all this setup is done, you will be able to see the log in the Discover tab of the Log Analytics console. You can use the data which is available in the Log Analytics Explorer to create visualizations that will give you a graphical representations of the messages that are available in the logs. And all this is a part of the BMC Helix Log Analytics service. Now, these alerts that are generated in Log Analytics will be sent to the BMC Helix Operations Management. from where you can perform many actions on the events or alerts, like creating an incident for its remediation or assigning it, and many more. The journey of this alert proceeds through BHOM to service monitoring or AIOps. We have various services monitored in service monitoring or AIOps. When there are any alerts in BHOM for a CI and it is a part of any service in AIOps, you will see the service as impacted in AIOps. Lets you know that there is some issue with your service which needs your attention. Now, when we look for the automatic remediation of the events or alerts in BHOM or AIOps, you can do it using the BMC Helix intelligent automation. Using IA, you can self-remediate the alerts, or you can even create incidents for event remediation if you have the BMC Helix ITSM environment enabled. This flow also contains the graphical representation of the alerts, and you can have its reporting in our BMC Helix dashboards. This completes the flow of log data in BMC Helix world ingested via BMC Helix Log Analytics. I will walk you through each of these steps in the following demo. So, here is my BMC Helix portal platform that provides me the capability of having all my solutions at one place and managing their access and many more. For any service engineer to be able to provide a quicker resolution in an increasingly complex environment, what is needed? Better ways to isolate the issues, to reduce the noise available on the collected data, correlating the data from various solutions. So, how can it be done? This can be done using the advanced capabilities of noise reduction and isolating the root cause using AIOps and log analytics solution. Okay, so here I will click on BMC Helix Log Analytics and it will take me to the Log Analytics console. This is the LA console. You will see the collected data in the Explorer tab. On the left hand side, you can see the available fields that are present, which can be used for performing any kind of activities on the collected data. If I expand the entry, you can see that the same available fields and their values are present here. You can see this is the log file that I'm monitoring currently and the messages that are available in this log file. So if you want a particular field to be made available, like if I want message on the screen along with the host name, I can do that. So here I get the message of the log file which are being monitored and the host name from where the log file is collected. So you can play around with these fields. There is also a new feature that will be made available in the next releases of log analytics where you will be able to control or you will be able to extract the fields from the messages that are collected and make it available in the available fields section. So it will be kind of a custom field that you can create for by your own. So this covers the log collection part of the log data lifecycle that we talked about. What comes next is the log enrichment. Now, this is a very interesting feature that provides you to add relevant context to your messages or to your log data. I'll remove this message field from here. This is the host name field, which is made available to me by the log collector that I have used. But if I want to know the region to which this host name or this host belongs, or if I want to know its domain, I don't have that information here. So using the log analytics enrichment feature, I have added these two fields, that is the domain and region, which gives me the domain of this host and the region to which it belongs. So these two fields, that is domain and region, this is something that I have appended. I have added this to the messages that I have received using the log enrichment feature of log analytics. If you want to use the log enrichment feature, you'll have to provide a source and create an enrichment policy where you can provide the conditions on which you want to apply this enrichment. We will cover the enrichment part in detail in our upcoming videos. So the next phase of the log data lifecycle was alerts. So you can set up the alerts here. For example, I am monitoring the HTTPD service. I'll click on edit. So this is my policy selection criteria, that if the message contains HTTPD service and it contains field for the last 10 minutes, and if the alert count is minimum 1, then I want to generate a critical alert. I can control the alert parameters from this section. So host name would be, this is the same domain field that I have created using the log enrichment feature. This is the message that I'm sending in my message to the BHOM solution. So these alerts that are generated using the log analytics will be sent to BHOM along with the other events that will be available in BHOM for the same host from different solutions. So I'll click on cancel. Go to Explorer, select the hostname field and message. I'll set the filter for last 5 minutes. Let's see what do we get in the log analytics if the HTTPD process of the DocuWiki application that we are monitoring goes down. So I see that the HTTPD service in the log file varlog messages, which is being monitored in log analytics, is in failed state right now. So it should have created some alerts in BHOM. So let's go to the BHOM screen and check. So this is my BHOM console. When I click on monitoring and events, I see that these are the events that I have received till now. This is my host and I see that there is an event of class situation created here. Situation is a correlated event and situation is a part of the noise reduction feature of AIOps or service monitoring, which groups all the events, be it from BHOM, log analytics, or any other third-party solution, in one situation associated to the host or the message or both. So I see that there are 5 related events. If I click on this, I'll get the list of events for this node. So the class of the first event is log event, which means that this is the event sent by log analytics to BHOM. And if you read the message carefully, this is the same message that we have provided in the alert, which was created in log analytics. So this server is also being monitored in BHOM using the Patrol agent. So this is the class. This is the alarm class or the event for CPU that I have received for the same host. Hence, it has correlated all these events and created a single situation for me. I can perform multiple tasks on these events from BHOM. If I click here, you can see I can acknowledge this event, assign this event, close this event, take ownership, or create incident at BMC Helix ITSM end. If you have the interops enabled, I can trigger automation as well to self-remediate this issue. And if I click on this event, go to others, there is this review logs hyperlink. This will take me to the log analytics console and show me the log related to this event. I'll click on this. I got 2 messages with this HTTPD service and message failed in the last 9 minutes. So the logs are now correlated, and the next stop in the log data lifecycle is AIOps or service monitoring. So let's go to BMC Helix service monitoring. This is my service monitoring console. I'll refresh this and I should be able to see my DocuWiki application or service impacted. So yes, in the top services, I see that this DocuWiki application is impacted and there is an ML-based situation created for this with an event count of 5. This is the same event count that we had seen in the BHOM. So when I click on the services, it will show me the health metrics for this service. For example, the health score of the DocuWiki service is 50. The health score is calculated based on the impact score for each event. This is the impact percentage. The impact percentage and the health score is inversely proportional. It will show me the impacted entities as well. Now, in the root cause isolation, that is a feature of AIOps, I see the causal nodes or the host which is impacting this application. So using the AIML engine, it is pointing me to the host which has caused this issue. I see that there is one situation created. If I click on view by situation, it will show me that situation as well. And all the events available in that situation. I'll go to situations, click on the situation. This situation has all the correlated events for this particular host for a time duration. You can perform various activities on these events, the same that we had seen in the BHOM console. Here I can see the message host, when the event had occurred, what is the impact score of that event, and other details, and the automations as well. So this takes me to the next step of the log data lifecycle, that is the auto remediation of the events. If you have the remediation already created in intelligent automation, you will get that in the available automations for the event. Like for this log event, that the HTTP service is failed, I have already created a flow in intelligent automation that if this HTTP service is in failed state, log into the impacted host and start the service again. Hence, I see that there is one available automation, and if I click on it, I see that the start HTTP service automation policy is already executed and is successful. I can request for a new automation as well. I'll close this. Along with the self-remediation option using intelligent automation, you can also create an incident in BMC Helix ITSM if you have the interops enabled. Creation of incident is a part of the PSR service ops use cases, and we will be covering this in our future webinars. Coming to the last part of the log data lifecycle, that is of the reporting, I will go to BMC Helix dashboards, click on General, and my log analytics data dashboard that I have already created. So all the alerts that are generated using the log analytics will have the class as log alert underscore EV. So using this, I have created this dashboard. So the alerts that are generated by log analytics have the class log alert underscore EV. I can see that there are 8 alerts, or there are total 8 alerts in the last 90 days, class log alert underscore EV. So if I click on last 1 hour, I should see 4 log alert underscore EV log count. So you can see the log event detailed messages as well. So this is the time when the event was generated and what is the status of it. So this is how we can use the capabilities of log analytics and AIOps to troubleshoot and isolate the root cause, and also use automation policies in intelligent automation for the auto remediation of the issue, leading to a reduced MTTR. So just a quick summary of the webinar. We talked about the importance of BMC Helix log analytics in the ITOM world. What are the features available in BMC Helix log analytics? Different type of ingestion methods that are available, and the understanding of the log data lifecycle from its monitoring to analysis and remediation. Here are some document and blog references related to our topic in today's webinar. And this concludes our webinar. Thank you very much for watching.